What was that experience catching the touchdown pass like, and everybody swarmed you?
It was a great feeling. Just being there with my close friends. I think one thing about this team is we're really close knit, and we've built a lot of great relationships. So being able to share that moment with my friends was pretty awesome.
Did you know that was? Did Coach say that you were going to have that play available for you in the game?
We've been practicing a lot of different plays. Obviously you saw a package with me and Ben on the field, and there's several plays we practiced out of that package, and that just happened to be the one that we called in that moment. So yeah, when we called it, I obviously knew that's a play that's designed for me to catch the ball. So.
You got a chance to celebrate with your brother as well in the stands?
Yeah, actually, it was pretty funny. He's supposed to be up like 30 rows. I think that's where his seat was, but somehow he made his way to the front row. So I got back and I saw him in the front row, and I was like, oh, I went over, gave him a hug, and it was a cool moment.
How did you get 5? I know you wanted to wear 5, like your dad did.
Yeah, so just like anyone who wants to do a number change, you got to run it by the head coach. Obviously, it's what we call meritocracy here, so whoever's playing the most, who's wearing the number, whatever makes the most sense for who's going to wear it, the coaches decide after camp ends. So, that's just kind of how that works. Whenever there's multiple guys wearing the same number, or someone really wants a number, you got to compete to earn that number. So.
You wore it in high school too, right?
Yeah, that's the number I wore.
So was it important for you to wear, because of your dad, or?
It was just something I've always liked. I've always loved wearing number 5. It's the number I wore growing up, so it's always meant something to me. Obviously, inspired by my father wearing it, but growing up, that's just the number I always wanted to wear.
It's been a pretty long journey for you. You didn't come here to play fullback. You were linebacker, injuries,
right.
Everything else that's gone through, all of it, your 5th year. How much time do you spend reflecting on sort of the path?
So, I think the biggest thing is not really reflecting on the past, it's reflecting on the current moment. And, obviously I've been through a lot in my career, position change, different injuries and stuff. But, I always try to focus on the present. That's one thing Coach Jay, our running back coach, helps us do is just focus on the present and really focus on things to work on. So I always try to kind of look forward and not look behind me. And I think that's paid off in this process.
You were a little slow at the start of the season. You had something?
Yeah, so I had a knee injury in the preseason camp. I was able to work my way back up, back onto the field for Notre Dame. I was able to work in on special teams and gradually work myself back into the offense just through that injury process.
So you're 100%?
Yeah, I'm 100% now.
So prior to the injury, did you have expectations of making the kind of contribution that you're making now, or was this something that's developed over the course of the season?
No, I expected to play a lot this season on offense. Throughout spring ball, I thought the fullbacks in general, we all competed really well. But obviously Ben wasn't there during spring ball with his knee injury, so I got a lot of reps in spring. I thought I developed really well. Coach Jay, Coach Rowe, Coach Froelich, a lot of guys really helped me kind of mold into the position that I'm in right now. And so, I was expecting to play a lot this season and contribute on the offense and obviously on special teams as I have been doing in previous years.
You mentioned the 2 fullback package. When did that start to develop? Did it come like when Ben started having success running single back type of stuff? Or I guess when did you start practicing that kind of package?
Yeah, so that's kind of developed throughout the year as Ben. Obviously, you guys all know how versatile of a guy he is and how great of a football player he is. So, as his role has expanded, I've seen my role expand as well. And I know in the past few years, they've liked to get multiple fullbacks on the field. As you guys saw the goal line packages with Poggi and Khalid, and even with Ben on the field last year. So we weren't really surprised when they put that in. They just like to get guys on the field who can block and make plays.
Yeah.
How do you and Ben complement each other? You're different personalities, I think.
Yeah. Ben, as you guys know, he's a one-of-a-kind individual, and he's probably he's one of my most favorite friends on the team. He's a great dude. He's a great player, and he really prides himself on being multi-dimensional. Because I think a lot of people originally saw him as just some hard hitter, kind of stiffer guy, and he's out to prove people wrong, which I love that about him. And I think about me as well, as people thought I was more of just a fast, twitchy fullback and can't really hit. So we complement each other well. We give each other things to work on, and it's been great for us so far.
How much does the will to like prove people wrong? How much does that feed into where you are now as a player?
Yeah, it feeds in a lot. You go through the ups and downs. You don't quite play as much as you anticipate on like early on in your career, and it's just something that sticks to you. You really want to be out there and contribute for the team, and you're in here, busting your butt every day, just like everyone else. So that's something that plays into it. Obviously, I'm sure that's for a lot of players. Just the need to prove people wrong because you're always going to have people, trying to doubt you and doubt your abilities.
Speaking of that, did that make the touchdown against Maryland any more special?
Yeah, I mean, obviously any first touchdown is going to feel special. But, that was something, I guess, a little add to it that made it feel special.
What was going through your mind when the ball was in the air?
I mean, just make the play. I played a lot of receiver in high school, so like I know how to catch the ball. Like, we practice that play a lot. We practice multiple plays where I'm running routes and stuff. So I'm not, I wasn't nervous or anything. But obviously when I caught it, I didn't really know if I was in the end zone or not. But when I saw like the blue end zone, that's just kind of when I knew. And then obviously I got pretty juiced up after that. I was pretty excited. So it's a great feeling.
You added the commentary about DJ in your post. Why did you do that?
I guess it's something I appreciated that he did for me early on in my career. Was he's tough. He was tough on me. He's a tough coach. That's kind of his style. So that quote just kind of always stuck with me in my head, and that's just one of those things like I mentioned earlier. You just have to prove people wrong. So I appreciated that.